In the UK, it is estimated that almost 1 in 2 households own a pet. This equates to approximately 22 million pets having homes. For all of those pets with loving homes, there are still an alarming number of stray animals in the UK. Figures reveal a shocking 100,000 stray and abandoned dogs were picked up by authorities across the UK over the last 12 months, equating to a staggering 325 stray dogs being found every day. There are roughly 2,000 animal rescue centres in the UK alone, with over 50 situated in the Midlands. Fairwinds Shelter, located in the picturesque village of Bilston in Leicestershire, is one of them. Fiona, the shelter manager, tells us more.
The charity was originally founded in the 1950s with people, I think, holding animals in their own homes or in the kennels and catteries. In 1977 it became a registered charity, and in 1997 the site that we're on now, Fairwinds, was purchased, so all the animals, dogs and cats, could be on one site together to be viewed. That originally was a chicken farm, and it's been redeveloped into what you see today, which is 2 kennel blocks and a cattery which can hold 28 cats at any one time, and the kennels at capacity we can hold 28 dogs as well.
Each animal is looked after on a day-to-day basis before they find their new home.
Well, we start work at 8 o'clock. At 8 o'clock we put the dogs out so they can go to the toilet, we scoop the kennels, we feed the dogs, then we start the cleaning. The cats are fed at the same time, and the cleaning of the cattery as well. We do have volunteers helping us with that, so every day there's somebody different coming in to help us. We try to give them as much human contact as possible, so when they do go to the new homes, they're not shy of people.
As with humans, animals are affected by illness and need treatment and care to get them back on all fours. The animals at Fairwinds are no different.
When an animal comes into us, be it dog or cat, they're flea and worm treated straight away. We make sure before any animal leaves that they're microchipped and neutered. Vaccinations, it's something we can't afford to do at the moment, but if they are vaccinated, we do pass records on to new owners so they can just continue with that. Any animal that comes to us, if they are ill, if we feel there's anything wrong, they do go straight to the vets to be looked at. Sometimes if they are still in isolation or within their first 7 days, we will still take them to the vets to get them checked out, so that when they are ready to view, that they're the healthiest they can be.
Fairwinds is able to rehome roughly 6 dogs and 7 cats every month. But it doesn't stop there. Once the animals have found a loving home, Fairwinds goes above and beyond by providing an amazing level of aftercare.
The funding also allowed us to have a kennel consultation last year, which has helped us with the dogs, keeping them calm in the environment, because it's quite a stressful environment that they're in now, and that has really helped them. But also on Fridays, as a volunteer, we have Stephen Havers come to help us on a weekly basis with the dogs, addressing some of the issues that they may well come in with.
My role is to help the staff learn how to cope with the more difficult dogs in their care. That all came about nearly 2 years ago now, when I just contacted the centre offering my services. At that time, I think they were utilising somebody else. I then got a bit of newspaper coverage of the Leicester Mercury, detailing the work I was doing at other rescue centres, and then Fiona contacted me and said, can you come over? And I've been coming most Fridays ever since then, working with their most difficult dogs so they get a better chance of rehoming them.
As with any rescue centre, the hardest part of their jobs is rehoming the animals. Fairwinds likes to make sure that any animal leaving the shelter will have the best quality of life possible.
With the cats, we do area checks just to make sure that the cats aren't going to a main road. We try and make it as safe as possible for them, but with cats it is a very quick process of people making an appointment. Once they've passed the area check, the cat, if it's ready, can go on the same day. With the dogs, we ask that people are at home most of the day, most days of the week, so that the dog isn't left alone for more than 4 hours in any one given day.
All this love and care can only be achieved with the funding the centre receives. Unfortunately, Fairwinds does not receive any government funding, meaning any money they need has to be self-generated. Fairwinds has its own dedicated charity shop and also runs a sponsored walk once a year. The charity shop is situated on the corner of Evington Road and St Stephen's Road.
Been open here for 40 odd years with a small gap when we had it was a really old-fashioned shop, and we had it all redone, and then we moved back in, and we've been here since then. We have a sponsored walk every year, mostly the people who've had an animal from us, and they're only too pleased to get it sponsored and go for the walk and donate the money to us. And I can't remember how much we made.
Over £1,000.
Over £1,000, but just as I say, everybody is so loyal.
Unfortunately, as wonderful as the contributions and donations have been, the shelter would still benefit enormously from more funding.
More funding, obviously it will keep us going. We do have quite high electric bills for the heating of the kennels and the cattery, telephone bills as well, returning calls. It will help us continue to care for the dogs, replacing beds, toys, and also help keeping us so we can go to the vets whenever we need to and get the care that they need. The funding we have received most recently has helped us build a new kennel block. It's a very modern block, lots of space for the dogs. We've got 12 new kennels over there, so that's increased our capacity from 16 to 28 dogs. The uniforms that we wear as well, that all comes from the funding that they provide. And lots of things really, just keeping us going, again, with vet bills, with food costs, things like that.
As we know, there are over 50 animal rescue centres in the Midlands alone, fighting for contributions to fund the well-being of their animals. There are thousands of cats and dogs striving to impress and be rehomed each year, with only a small proportion actually finding a home. The small or continual donations that people make will help cater and fund the rescue centres. With its long history stretching over 60 years of looking after animals, Fairwinds is a great example of a progressing rescue centre. And with our continued support, we'll continue to do so into the future years.